All right, time now for Kara's Cures. Do you suffer from stubborn acne that just won't clear up? Could some simple testing help you heal the mystery of your breakouts?
And joining us now is Danielle Granit. She's a licensed clinical esthetician, also known as the acne guru. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for having me. This is such a treat.
Well, it's a treat for us, too. Let me ask you a question. Did you suffer from acne as a youth or even in your adulthood?
Still did and still do. Being acne prone, it generally doesn't just like stop. We all have this idea that we just outgrow it when we're, in our 20s maybe, and that's just not the case anymore. With modern lifestyle and everybody, a little more stressed out than they naturally ought to be, and a lot of foods that have extra hormones in them and the vitamins we all take that have effect on our hormones that we're not aware of. Acne basically continues well into adulthood for most people. So I actually went through Accutane 3 separate times and mine still came right back, and that's how I got into this work.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to talk about that. And I want to let everyone know I'm going to get to be, it's not probably a 5-minute conversation, so we are going to take a deeper dive on the CURES podcast. But let's start with what your dermatologist doesn't really tell you about your acne, and that is, you say, we don't really learn how to get to the root cause of it.
Correct. So modern dermatology, it's more of a prescription-based model. So they're going to be matching you. They have a very limited time to see you. It's just not enough time is really the issue. And the focus is more on prescription matching. So it's more, birth control for the females, spironolactone, antibiotics, and then Accutane. And that's really the extent of the playbook for most people. And when those options expire or fail, there really isn't much left to do. So what the dermatologists don't really know and what they don't have time to educate on is dietary factors, looking at all your vitamins to see if you're taking, say, too much B12 and it's messing with your testosterone. They don't have time to do that integrative analysis with you. And they don't they're not able to look at things like digestion. So that's really where we come in.
What is the truth about Accutane?
There's no one truth with Accutane. For some people, it's the thing that cured them. They're so happy. And, by the time anyone is in the position of having to do Accutane, they're so desperate that it's the last-ditch effort and they just need some relief. So there's no judgment or anything around that. However, it is not the cure-all that people think it is. And in fact, it can make the root causes worse if they're not addressed simultaneously. And that's really what we see. The side effects are extremely people get digestive disturbances. It can trigger Crohn's, causes depression, mainly in boys. So there's a lot of really intense side effects. I myself had vision loss from doing it, and my acne still came back. So the truth is that it's not the solution for everyone that we think it is.
Well, I love that you also have gone through and you really talk about lab testing. What kind of blood tests would we do, and what would you be looking at to see how our acne is affected?
So we look at all of the markers that generally don't get paid attention to in a traditional doctor's office. We're looking at leaky gut. We're looking at thyroid. We're looking at autoimmune markers. We're looking to see if there's any parasitic activity. We're looking for candida. We're looking for all of the things that really matter, but that aren't viewed as top priority in a dermatologist's office. So we also look at stress. What's your fasting cortisol? How is that tying into your lifestyle? And then we look at triggers too, are you taking too many supplements that could be messing with your testosterone and causing the hormonal acne? So we're looking at all those things, and we're providing dietary recommendations and elimination recommendations that, could be the root cause all along. So it really is a very holistic approach.
What is ClearStem?
ClearStem that's my skincare company. So I own San Diego Acne Clinic, and then I'm also the CEO and formulator behind ClearStem. ClearStem is the first anti-aging and anti-acne skincare line that is also non-toxic.
So it's clean, and you go into what different things. So let me ask you this: for those, I hope everyone will tune in for the podcast because we're going to get really deep into some of the testing and what we're looking for. But if you were to tell, I'm thinking of my teenage daughter who struggles right now. What would you say, the top 3 things, or even the top thing that you would say, at least don't eat this or avoid this, if there's such a thing?
Oh gosh.
Is it true that we really should avoid dairy?
Sugar, dairy, and eggs in that category, especially for a teenager. Most teenagers' diet is just loaded with sugar. It's like the cereals and the Pop-Tarts and just everything. Teenagers just have way too much sugar and way too early in the morning. So starting the morning with protein, first of all, to get that blood sugar kind of set. And then avoiding dairy. I know that's difficult. Cheese, everyone loves cheese, but it is a big culprit, especially around the mouth. And then eggs are a very surprising trigger for a lot of people. Eggs are very healthy for some people and very inflammatory for the rest of us. So that could be a huge trigger for her.
You've got a pretty good success rate in clearing your client's skin, don't you?
Yeah, about 98%. And when there's that 2% that we just can't seem to get them where they want to be, it's usually lifestyle factors or some other things that they're not ready to change yet. But yeah, 98% success rate, clear or mostly clear or significant improvement. Yeah.
All right.
I'm very excited to learn more. And in the meantime, I want to let people know they can visit clearstemskincare.com to learn more about you and your system. And they can also follow on Instagram and look for the Acne Guru as well. But CURES podcast coming up.